Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Critical Nick. Today we are reading the TWID for the first time on this channel, and we are going to do a little bit of vault cleaning today. So naturally, I'm going to try and produce this for YouTube for content, but also it is here for those of you that are here watching on Twitch. So without further ado, let's get into it. This week in Destiny, we are sharing more details about new content coming to the Desert Perpetual raid, as well as some changes we have planned for the portal in September. It might look like that's still very far away, but nope. The Ashen Iron update is dropping on September 9th. That's just a bit over 2 weeks, but let's stay focused on the present for now. Here are the topics for today. Introducing the Epic Raid, updates coming to the portal in Ashen Iron, a monument to seasons past, complete your seasonal challenges soon, mayhem, mayhem, mayhem. So I wonder if that's going to be more mayhem updates. Maybe an alternate mode. That'd be kind of cool. The Desert Perpetual expands soon. On July 19th, the Desert Perpetual raid was released to the world. We wanted to deliver a unique experience that allowed for replayability, challenging encounters, and more customizable difficulty thanks to the new feat system. But that was not all. Get ready for the epic version of the Desert Perpetual, which will permute and expand on the original starting September 20th, 10 a.m. Pacific time. Oh, it's even got its own little new raid card, raid banner. Like, that's different than the original one. Yeah, this is the raid logo. So they updated it for an epic raid. That's cool. So the epic raid will build on the original experience, and it introduces new challenges, rewards, and pursuits. Changes to the mechanics of each encounter will test the coordination of your fire team. Complete them to earn new legendary weapons and a new set bonuses on armor drops. Oh, cool. So the armor that we get from the raid is going to have new set bonuses. I wonder if they're going to be any, like, better. The 4-piece isn't too bad, but the 2-piece is just okay. A new quest further unravels the mysteries of space and time, unlocks the attunement system for a raid vendor, and rewards a catalyst for the raid's exotic weapon, Whirling Ovation. All this and more, but we aren't going to spoil it all here. You'll have to dive in for yourself on September 20th. Contest mode on. For the first 48 hours after the epic raid version of After the epic raid version of the Desert Perpetual has launched, contest mode will be active. During this time, enemies are a lot tougher and more aggressive, and you'll be playing at a fixed power level disadvantage. So team play, good strategies, and inventive approaches are the key for success. We've updated loot for contest mode, so now your first clear of each encounter in contest will drop tier 5 gear. Oh, that is awesome. That actually incentivizes me to actually want to try and play contest mode. And if you complete all of them, you can claim an exclusive emblem, the raid exotic, and its catalyst. That's sick. Yo, I might actually want to try and put together a raid group to try and do this, because I'll get the exotic, which I don't have right now, and I'll get a catalyst. Also, you better start organizing your fire team if you want to compete in our world's first race. Yeah. Honestly, going to be really difficult to try and put together a LFG group from a bunch of randoms. But it won't stop me from trying, at least. It'll make for good content. Watch me beat my head against a wall for a couple days. World First Race info. CB Gray and Evan F 1997 are returning to Bungie Studios to host the World First Race for the epic version of the Desert Perpetual. Many will try their hand, but just one will be crowned the winner. Here are some entry requirements to know beforehand. Completion of the Edge of Fate campaign. Fire team leader must have completed the regular version of the Desert Perpetual, and a fire team of 6 players. Once the first team has completed the epic version of the Desert Perpetual in contest mode, the normal version will be unlocked for the players that just want to experience the new content without the extra difficulty, which is totally understandable. Honestly, I might find myself in there after a couple of hours. I'm going to try and not, but it's more than likely. Not swap update. With the release of the epic raid, to keep success in encounters focused on action gameplay and created level playing field for players across platforms, we are rolling out a new version of Not Swap for contest mode. Oh baby, are they limiting our loadouts? Especially since this time, this most recent contest mode, you basically could not beat any of these bosses unless you were trying to do maximum DPS with swapping between different loadouts. So that is a crazy change. Honestly, I need to probably zoom in on this to make it a little easier to read. All right. So this modifier will now reset your super and ability energy, special ammo and heavy ammo, as well as remove all ammo and orbs on the ground when you change exotic or legendary armor or weapon ammo types. Holy crap. That's insane. Oh, if you switch anything, all of it's gone. Wow. So this modifier will also take effect when 3 or more feats are activated in the standard difficulty of the epic raid. Oh, shit. Dang, so if you have 3 feats active, it's just giving you not swap automatically. You have no choice. That's wild. The experience has been tuned around this modifier. We'll share more information in a future TWID. Wow. That's crazy. That is a huge change. All right. Featured gear and seasonal mods. The bonuses to damage and damage resistance granted by the artifact when using featured gear will be active this time during the contest mode weekend. I didn't realize it wasn't activated during the first time, to be completely honest. So those of us that have tier 5 gear and weapons will be doing significantly more damage and have significantly more damage resistance than those that haven't been able to grind their asses off to get tier 5. Ooh, that's going to make the community mad. Ooh. Well, it's a bold move, Cotton. Let's see how it works out for him. Similarly, seasonal mods that can be slotted into featured weapons will also be available during this time. Oh, dude, yes! We get to use Blast Distributor? No, that's a perk that's on the grenade launcher. But basically that temporal mod that grants you stack of temporal, is it temporal charge? Yeah. So that's going to be awesome. Dang, that's going to be insane. So we know this will impact your build crafting plan, so we wanted to share this info a bit early. We can't share a list of banned items yet though. This will be available on a date closer to the raid release. But it might look a bit different to the last time given the changes to build swapping we are implementing. Integrity of the challenge. The launch week of a raid is a unique moment for Destiny 2 players. Teams all over the world will face one of our toughest challenges, so we want a clean competition. That's why our security team will be watching closely, analyzing every encounter and raid completion to find any players that are breaking our TOS. We won't hesitate to remove players during the race and issue bans as needed to defend the integrity of the world's first race. In other words, don't cheat and don't play with cheaters, or you will face consequences. That's awesome. Especially since in this past raid, since it was so difficult, like, what was it, 70% of the completions for contest mode were cheaters or people that played with cheaters. Dang. Yo, if people get into like an LFG group and somebody just starts cheating, man, I wonder what the, like, my own piece of feedback is, like, if you are going into an LFG group and somebody starts doing crazy shit, like, if you were to back out, like, let's say he kills the boss before you're even able to back out, you know, like, I don't know how cheats work. I've never used cheats, but like, if he somehow insta kills the boss essentially or whatever, like, would you get a ban for that? Huh, I don't know. That's a question that hopefully I will never need to know the answer for. Upcoming raid reward changes. Since we are talking about the raid, let's share some new information about the updated rewards that will be available after the Destiny 2 update 9.1.0, dropping along with Ash and Iron. You can earn extra rewards from clearing all encounters of the Desert Perpetual. Defeat all 3 bosses before defeating Corregos to earn an extra piece of gear. In addition to this, we are introducing 2 weekly challenges. Hold on. I read that, but I did not comprehend what I just read. So let's see. Updated rewards available after 9.1.0. Okay, you earn extra rewards for clearing all encounters. Oh, okay. If you do the whole raid, you get more loot, which is nice. In addition to this, we are introducing 2 weekly challenges. So the first challenge gives an extra piece of loot from your first clear of an encounter each week in either version of the raid. Nice. So, okay. Completing the challenge will unlock an additional one that provides bonus loot from just the epic raid. The loot from these challenges has a bonus seasonal power and drops at an upgraded tier based on the number of active feats. That's nice. So you get an extra piece of loot for doing the first challenge, and you can completing this challenge will unlock an additional one. So you get the next challenge by completing the first challenge, and then you get, basically it's like a prime engram and a increase in your tier, which is cool because if you get tier 4s, that'll upgrade to tier 5. So they are also making some improvements to gear tier in the Desert Perpetual. Okay, so here's the thick of it. This is what everybody's been complaining about. We're removing the requirement to complete the Combined Mastery Triumph to increase your gear drop tier. Now, all Desert Perpetual gear will now drop at tier 2 in the standard version and tier 3 in the epic raid, no matter your current power level. Yo, that's sick. Okay, so it's like tied to the actual difficulty of the content, which is cool because having it tied to your power just sucked. In addition, we have added a chance for all gear earned during a full clear to drop at up to +2 from your base tier. Add feats to increase your chances. Okay. At last, an often requested feature for raids is arriving with Ash and Iron. Players who complete the Map and Compass quest as well as the epic raid can then approach the Simulant Ansible to receive a new quest. Completing this new quest will unlock the ability to attune any previously acquired piece of gear from the Desert Perpetual, improving its chances of dropping from any encounter. So let's see. You do this quest, and you need to do the epic raid. You receive a new quest. You get that new quest, and you can attune any previous... Oh, from like the Desert Perpetual. So not the epic, but just normal? This sentence is confusing. So it's like if I ever played the raid and I got any kind of gear, armor, weapons, so it'll improve. I can attune it and improve its chances of dropping in any encounter. So, okay, so it's not locked to specific encounters anymore if I attune that piece of gear. Huh, it's kind of interesting. All right, Bungie Rewards extension. The Desert Perpetual Bungie Rewards dates have been extended. Players now have until December 5th at 9:59 a.m. Pacific time to complete the Desert Perpetual raid, regular or epic, and unlock the raid jacket and a raid sling bag Bungie rewards. These Bungie rewards will be available for purchase until January 6, 2026 at 9:59 a.m. Launch the Desert Perpetual and earn your Bungie rewards today. Yeah, sling bags aren't that comfortable. It looks cool, but The jackets are really cool. I still have my Garden of Salvation jacket, and I love that jacket because on the interior of the jacket, you have like that Vex like gate. It's got to be one of the coolest jackets. I think out of like I've seen all of them. I don't have all of them. That's the only one that I have, but honestly, after beating that one, I'm glad that I have it. That was a really tough raid, especially with all the glitches. Anyways, the Portal updates. Hey Guardians, the Portal dev team here. We see that you are all loving, checks notes, Caldera and K1 logistics a lot. Maybe too much? What do they mean by the mines? The salt mines? Oh no. Either way, in Ashen Iron, we are adding more variety to the portal, keeping all activities worthwhile, but also making them more time equivalent and risk and challenge equivalent while you progress your power. That's hilarious that they're making fun of that. Incoming improvements. The portal is a better place when there are more options to play that are optimal or close enough that you don't feel constrained to a handful of missions to play. We need Fireteam Ops to be a better place to play, either with your friends, with new friends via Fireteam Finder, through matchmaking, or even as a solo guardian wishing to solo a strike. So, some op categories are going to get increased rewards, and some ops categories are going to get slightly reduced rewards. That's really kind of annoying. Why don't you just increase it? So, the solo ops dominance is especially stark between 400 and 450, where the best way to attain prime engrams is to get A grades as fast as possible. We want to make this a more interesting portion of the game, one that makes attaining prime engrams in the portal more rewarding. Okay? Well, that's just a platitude. How do you actually plan on doing this, Bungie? Starting next week in Destiny 2, update 9.0.0.8, we are increasing the time limits in Fireteam Ops, direct launch matchmaking tiers. We're increasing the time limits in Fireteam Ops direct launch matchmaking tiers, giving players significantly more time to complete challenging match-made grandmasters. This should help players reach A grades more consistently, resulting in better rewards. Additionally, we have some other improvements planned for the portal in Ashen Iron and forward. The time bonus system should give more value in trading off speed versus killing everything in kill-based activities in Fireteam Ops, and have a meaningful role in earning scores in solo and pinnacle ops. Good grades in Fireteam Ops should be less risky and less challenging to get than they are now, and closer to solo and pinnacle ops activities. Fireteam Ops should be at least as good a place to earn power as solo or pinnacle ops, and match-made Fireteam Ops should be even more viable at high power levels. The way that equip power and account power work is confusing. We're trying to fix that. We would like more variety in Pinnacle Ops, including a way to earn Pinnacle Ops gear via matchmaking. Okay, so adding matchmaking to Pinnacle Ops, that's kind of nice. We would like to give more regular opportunities to matchmake into marquee activities like Onslaught and the Coil. Give more regular opportunities to matchmake. Okay, yeah. Honestly, I love Onslaught. I want them to build into that. Onslaught's a great mode. Honestly, we need more horde modes in the game. That's like way more, and it's just fun in general. We want to make it easier and more obvious for everyone in a fire team to get the best rewards, even at wide power differentials. We think various banes, challenges, and boons should be well balanced against each other. We also think there should be more things to do in general. As we add brand new activities to the portals and bring older legacy activities in, we want to be able to feature these more effectively for daily power gain. It would be great if conquests were repeatable for portal rewards. Yes, I agree with that. Like, it sucks that you do these conquests and they're just done. Like, we don't have the Grandmaster like trying to get the adept weapons anymore. So these conquests, they drop high tier gear, but after you do it, you're done. It's also really difficult to try and get a fire team together, especially through LFG or even Fireteam Finder, because all you need to do is just do it once. And once you do it once, you can't do it again. So literally the pool of people that are able to do it reduces over time. And that just sucks. Like, so by the time I'm actually able to do that last Grandmaster conquest, when I reach 440 or 450 or whatever, like, everybody that's gonna be able to do it with me will probably have already done it by that point. So I'm glad that they're trying to change that. So all of this is just like, hey, this is what we're seeing and this is what we want to do. I don't like this sentence. Some ops categories are going to get increased and some are going to get slightly reduced rewards. Hey guys, I think our mines are going dry. Salt mines, the solo op way to 450. I think it's getting nerfed. It's nice to see that they're trying to make fire team ops a little bit better, but we have no idea what this is even going to look like, because this is all just generic information of like, we think, we want, we would like, all of this language is things that's going to be happening in the future. So the only thing that they're changing is this right here. Starting next week, they're increasing Fireteam Ops matchmaking, direct launch matchmaking tiers. They're increasing the time limits. And that's about it. Yeah, the rest of it's coming in Ashen Iron. Okay. So, Ashen Iron updates. So this is coming September 9th. So, in Ashen Iron release, we have more substantial changes and additions. These are by no means final, so expect more in the future. Let's go over them. Ultimate difficulty. So, ultimate difficulty will be available when Ashen Iron launches. It'll be available starting at power 451. Ultimate includes 2 new player stakes: pressure cooker, finish under the time limit, or get kicked to orbit. Oh, okay. So that's like a extinguish like modifier, except it's tied to time. Extinction. All players are limited to a single life. There are no revives. Oh, that's fun. These optional stakes are intended to provide the most significant challenge to even the most experienced guardians and include score boosts to match. Ultimate Fireteam Ops matchmaking will open in week 10, the week after Ashen Iron launches. Platinum and Diamond reward ranks. Players can reach Platinum and Diamond reward ranks, which run from 450 to 499 power and 500 to 550 power, respectively. While in Platinum and Diamond, you can earn an A+ grade in PvE. You need an A+ to qualify for Tier 5 gear until Platinum 3, where A grades start giving Tier 5. Once you reach Diamond 1, B+ qualifies you for Tier 5, and at Platinum 3, even a B will get you Tier 5. Okay. Let's reread this again. So essentially, wait, so you're getting punished as you're going up the ranks? Like, okay, so Platinum and Diamond. So once I get to Diamond, once I get to Platinum, I need an A+ for Tier 5. So that's at 450 to 500. I need an A+ rating. And then once I get to 500, I need a B+ for Tier 5. Which right now, I think you need a B+ to get the tier that, like, I think I get Tier 4s right now at 400. I don't know. I'm still really confused on how I earn different tiers in the game. I've been grinding a lot. I grinded Solstice, and Solstice really screwed up my own feel for the game and what is and what is not earnable at specific ranks, because I was getting showered in Tier 5 loot. So I need to re-look into like what gives me a Tier 4. Anyways, moving on. So reward multiplier changes. We are changing the reward multiplier to use account highest power rather than equipped power to determine the basis of the multiplier. Excuse me. This applies to PvP in the portal also. You will still need to have new or featured armor to get up to a 10% scoring bonus. No swapping at the end of the activity, however. We track this value for the entirety of the activity. Dude, that's lame. That is so lame. I used to do that all the time because I'm like, yo, my armor is like this. Because I use freaking Monte Carlo for like half of my melee builds as a warlock. Oh, dude, that's so lame. Whatever. All right. Yeah, I really hate the newer featured armor system, to be completely honest. Like, I get they want to have a reason for us to grind new things every single season. I completely understand that. But like, just take Solstice, for example. The hollow foil shiny Tier 5s. Like, that was an incentive for me to get rid of all of my other stuff and add on new things. The rocket assisted pulse rifle. That is, like, I don't use any other secondary weapon in my primary slot anymore unless it's exotic. Like, I don't know. I mean, I like and I don't like new and featured armor. I think I'm more in the camp of not liking it, but hey, what do I know? I'm not a game dev. Okay, moving on. There are 5 new portal score boosters in Ash and Iron reward pass, but you don't lose your score boosts if you got them the reclamation pass. Yo, who wrote this sentence? But you don't lose your score boosts if you got them the reclamation pass. I'm so confused. What is the reclamation pass? You can still earn 3% for each of the new boosts to 15% total score bonus. If you are already at 15% score boost, you get 10 enhancement cores instead of the boost. Okay, so 5 score boosters and earn 3% for, okay, so 5 boosters, 3% apiece for a total of 15. If you have 15 already, you get enhancement cores. I'm so confused. what this is. Are they talking about like our pass that we already have in in the game? Like, so if I go here, let's take a look. And I look at my season pass. Is this reclamation? Oh, okay. This makes more sense. Season reclamation. Wait, are we changing seasons? Yeah, 15% score boost. So, okay. So if you already have this, instead of getting more boosts, you're now getting 10 enhancement cores. Okay, that makes more sense. See, I'm more of a visual learner, and I need to look at something and come back to it in order for me to understand what I'm reading. All right. Time limit adjustments. All activities have had their time limit adjusted based on the actual play data from the past few weeks rather than the pre-Edge of Fate times. Many things are coming down to a reasonable level, looking at you 35-minute Starcross timer and you 8-minute Caldera timer. Other things are increasing, liminality, inverted spire, onslaught, to give you more time to get those bonus points. Bonus timer will... Okay, so hold on. So they're reducing Starcrossed and they're reducing the Caldera timer because people are just freaking flying through it. Okay. And that's kind of nice, but like, yo, I want you to increase the rewards for Onslaught. Which actually they kind of said that they were somewhat. Map and compass. Where was that? Where was that? Okay, they just said matchmake. They never said anything about increased rewards for Onslaught, although Onslaught is in Fire Team Ops. So yeah. Actually, they never said anything about increasing rewards in Fire Team Ops. Easier and more obvious for everyone in the fire team to get the best rewards. Okay, but that's at power differentials. Matchmake. Okay, so here's the only thing about fire team ops. So that would apply to Onslaught somewhat. Okay. Anyway, time limit adjustments, loadout. Oh, we're up here. All right. So bonus timer will add a minimum of 5% score bonus for coming in under the timer. In the future, we're looking at ways to help you visualize this in the customized screen when looking at your projected score. Okay. So when we launch the edge, all right. So now we're going to loadout restrictions. Okay. So hold on, man. This is a thick TWAB. All right. Give me a sec. Holy cow. Been reading this for a minute. Loadout restrictions. When we launched the Edge of Fate, we were worried about the effects of loadout swapping in the portal with Armor 3.0. We significantly increased the scoring value for locked loadout, making it very advantageous to play with it. This made it a bit too easy to earn good scores in expert difficulty compared to adding banes and challenges and raising the combat level of the activity. We are bringing locked loadout back down to where we originally imagined it and are opening up some design space for some of the new loadout modifiers. We are adding a new loadout player stake called Touche, which combines locked loadout and avant-garde restrictions as well as the scoring for both. So you're just putting them together? All right. We are also adding a selection of new loadout restrictions modifiers alongside these, starting at the expert tier. Here are 3 examples. Oh, these are cool. Explosive weapons, including rocket-assisted ones. Medieval weapons. Okay. Old West weapons. All right. So, loadout restrictions. Oh, wait. Explosive weapons. You probably can't use these. Can't use these and can't use these. Or maybe you can only use them. Okay, hold on. They might explain it here and I'm just theorizing. All of these also include restrictions for new and featured armor, similar to Avant-Garde, but the weapons can come from anywhere and anytime, even from 1963. Oh, you know what? I think that's related to Lodi and the Graviton Spike exotic. Initially, these just include appropriate weapon categories, but eventually we want to expand the value of these by taking into account specialized frames, like we do for Rocket Pistol Pulse Above, perks like Dragonfly or Full Auto Retrofit, and special case exotic weapons like Vex Mythoclast or Sunshot. Now, if you were thinking that these restrictions are going to make it challenging to counter champions in master missions and above, we agree. That's why they come with a really juicy scoring bonus to compensate you for your troubles. Also, you won't see any of these as randomized modifiers in match-made activities. These are just for customized activities. Okay, that's kind of nice because you always get a blueberry in there that doesn't have any champion stunning, and not being able to switch your armor and weapons or your subclass and your weapons around to counter champions would suck. All right. Data, experience, and rewards. Our goal for individual activity rewards was to create a consistent value across all activities. While each activity is unique in its own way, we can be preferred by different players, we created groupings based on length and difficulty to reward players' effort. As we've been analyzing activity data and seeing players become more familiar with the activities, buffs, and creating new strategies, it's clear that some activities are harder than we expected, Widow's Court, and others are easier, Encore. Okay, so they're giving us a graph here. So solo ops, highest number of completions, lowest duration. Looks like Crucible's just after solo ops, and then fire team ops, and then pinnacle ops. Not as many people are doing them, and its duration's still higher. So that's kind of... my guess is that this is the spread they want to see, because I bet you more people are solo players than anything. So we can see that some activities, solo ops, Crucible, have a narrow distribution, and there's significantly less variation in duration. Activities with lower, wider shapes, Fireteam Ops and Pinnacle Ops, have significantly higher variation in duration, usually meaning that the activity is harder and separates player by skill more effectively. We already expected some of this to happen due to the inclusion of longer activities like Onslaught and the Coil, but we wanted to make sure that activities that are more challenging and longer still feel meaningfully rewarding. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. As a part of that, we also want to make sure that activities that are easier than anticipated don't become the only activities that you should run, looking at Pinnacle Ops. Pinnacle activity durations. Encore, Starcross, Kelsfall, Whisper. So, Whisper. Wow, Whisper's the shortest? Really? So it's Whisper, then it's Starcross, then it's Kelsfall, then it's Encore. Encore is the longest? Huh. Well, I guess, let's see. As soon as we got rid of the grapple one, it probably moved from like here to here. Huh. That explains why this is... yeah, nobody... honestly, I'm not a big fan of Starcrossed. It's just kind of meh. I liked... and Kelsfall is also not that fun. Like... honestly, I feel like Encore is my favorite. I like the enemies. I like fighting the Dread, and I like fighting Cabal. Like, it's just fun. There's some Vex in there, but not much. Alright, so it's clear that there are two general groups, the short ops like Whisper and Starcrossed, and the longer ones like Encore and Kelsfall, which leads us to the following changes. Encore, end activity engrams reduced to 2. Mid-activity chests reduced to 2. Starcrossed is reduced to 1. Reduced to 1. I mean, these mid activity chests didn't even give you any powerful gear. Are you serious? And they're reducing the end activity. Like, you want to incentivize people to do these missions. What are you doing? Why? If anything, I were thinking like, oh, like this is now going to be a powerful, like, because these end activity engrams, they give you a power boost if you're between the, like, the 0 to 400 power grind. Yo, dude, anybody that's not power level 400, you guys are getting freaking smoked by this update. Wow. That's so brain dead. What are you doing? Fireteam ops have a lot of activities, so we expect a lot more variance. Holy sh! Yep, that's a lot more variance, that's for sure. Okay, so here's the whole spread. I'm not going to go through all of it. If you want it, come to Bungie.net. So we can generally see 4 activity groups, including both Inverted, Spire, and Liminality, being harder than anticipated as compared to the shorter Fireteam Ops and Widow's Court consistently being the longest activity. As such, we'll be making the following changes for their rewards. Liminality is increased to 2, Inverted Spire is also getting increased to 2, Onslaught, Widow's Court is increased to 4. Nice. I don't know if that's going to make it any better, but nice. Last, we're making some category changes to Destiny 2. Update 9.1.5 arrives. Okay, so 9.1.0 is Ashen Iron, and 9.1.5 is the category changing. So, Onslaught / crawls to Pinnacle Ops to create more activities to gain Pinnacle loot from, and unify Fireteam Ops to be 10 to 15 minute activities. We do not want to constantly be updating activities because it would create uncertainty in the rewards for them, but we will review this data with every major release and update activity rewards where appropriate. Newly introduced activities that are significantly harder or easier will still be updated in a patch, so you don't have to wait for their experiences to be brought in line. Okay. It's kind of nice that the Onslaught is going to get put over, but / crawls? Am I missing what crawls is? I have no idea what crawls means. Does anybody know what crawls means? Interesting. That's new, and it's capitalized, like we're supposed to know what it is. Wait a second. Crawls. There's a new activity coming in Ashen Iron that we've never done before. Did they just leak it to us? Huh. Interesting. Okay. Power and rewards. We're getting closer to the end, ladies and gents. New weapons and armor are coming to the portal with Ashen Iron, so there will be new gear to earn in each of the portal categories. Look for a preview in a future TWID. As mentioned in the July 3rd TWID, 400 to 450 will no longer be limited by prime engrams. You will be able to level up to 500 via any portal activity. Once you reach 500, you will again be required to get prime engrams to reach level 550. Prime engrams have 2 real functions right now. They are random, rare chance to get a gear tier boost over what you would normally get, and they are the primary way of earning power once you get to 500. However, because they slide into your loot stream without any fanfare, they can sometimes get lost. Starting in Ashen Iron, these engrams will no longer automatically decrypt once they hit your inventory. Instead, you will need to take them to Master Rahul to find out what you got, just like Destiny 1. Additionally, rather than just giving you a single chance at a prime engram at the end of each portal activity, You will now get multiple chances based on the number of completion rewards from the activity. Okay, that's a nice change. I don't understand. They slide into your loot stream without any fanfare. Oh, fanfare. Okay, so it's not like an exotic engram. Like, you get a prime or whatever. Okay. Just like in Destiny 1. That's kind of... Wow. So now we get to go back to Destiny 1 where Rahul bends us over and likes to be like, you need some boots? I got you, bro. And then proceeds to give you a bond for the 50th time in a row. The Rahul hate train will come back. New activities and bonuses. Now let's focus on activities coming to the portal with Ash and Iron on September 9th. Fireteam Ops activities. A brand new activity type called Redacted. More details in a future tweet. Hello, gorgeous. Welcome. Aw, thank you. I appreciate that. So we don't get to know what the new activity is. They're bringing in 2 new activities, 2 battlegrounds, Behemoth, Echo, the Core. 3 strikes are coming back, Hypernet Current, the Insight Terminus, Fallen Saber, and 3 expeditions from Season of Plunder. Oh, nice. Those were fun. So the Nessus, Cosmodrome, and Europa. And then Tomb of Elders is coming back. It's also nice. I like more activities, more things to do, different things to get rewards. Okay. The daily bonus focus mission will be more predictable. Bonus slot 1, random choice of redacted missions. So that's from the Ash and Iron update. Bonus slot 2, a random choice from the newly converted Battlegrounds Strikes Expeditions. Bonus slot 3, a random choice from Onslaughts/Crawls. I still have no idea what crawls are. We are increasing the score multiplier for all kill score activities by 5% to give players some breathing room. In addition to this, matchmake kill scored activities are boosted by an additional 5%. That's nice. All right, Pinnacle Ops activities. 3 dungeon layers. More info in a future TWID. Okay, so there's just a preview. 2 exotic missions. Okay, we're getting Presage and Avalon. Nice. Pinnacle Ops will also have 2 daily bonus focused activities. So bonus slot 1, random choice from the dungeon layers. Bonus slot 2, alternating between Presage and Avalon. So let's see. Presage was the one to get Dead Man's Tale, right? And then Avalon was how we got the exotic glaive for the Vex. It's the one where Asher Mir got stuck in the Vex net. All right. Solo Ops bonuses. Solo Ops is intended to be a quick, reliable way to earn power when you have time to kill at the start or end of a session, or need to complete a few objectives in a low-stress, low-commitment venue. It was never intended to be the above-all-best method of leveling for all player types. But right now, the speed, ease, and consistency of earning top rewards is drowning out most other options, especially at 400+. To start balancing this with other portal activities, we are using a relatively light touch. Reduced power earned for a given grade in Solo Ops by 1 compared to Fireteam Ops, Pinnacle Ops, and Crucible. Wait, hold on. So you're reducing the power earned by 1. Yo, dude, this is just boning people that are under 400 right now. I mean, I guess like and people that are going from 400 to 450. Because let's see, I think what a prime engram gives you +3 power to what your overall power is. So what, I'm gonna get +2 instead of +3. But yo, that screws people that are still trying to get from 0 to 400 or 10 to 400 because you don't start at 0. Yo, these are, I don't understand what they're doing. They're reducing the amount of rewards that you get from Pinnacle Ops. They're reducing the amount of power you earn from solo ops. They're somewhat increasing fire team ops. I mean, they're trying to make it even across the board. I can see the vision, but man, this just feels bad. Okay, so looks like I'm not doing solo ops anymore. I'm just gonna hop into a LFG group and Pinnacle Ops and just, or do fire team ops and just try to freaking crush Onslaught as fast as possible. All right, conquests update. We are adding 4 additional Grandmaster conquests and 2 ultimate conquests. The Grandmaster conquests round out the requirements for the Conqueror title, and the ultimate conquests are needed to complete Guardian rank 11. It'll also get you a sweet new seasonal ultimate conquest emblem. Yo, that's cool. I want to go for that. All conquests will be replayable. You will earn normal scored portal loot for additional completions. Well, there goes my idea that I had at the beginning of the TWID for getting somewhat higher tiered gear. That part sucks, but it's nice because at least the matchmaking pool, or looking for group pool, will be a lot bigger, and hopefully Sherpas will help people out. Alright, future changes. We know the portal needs even more tuning, and some things just take longer to build. Especially, expect the following in the weeks after Ashen Iron's launch. A scoring tuning passed on all modifiers. Onslaught, the Coil, and Tomb of Elders will be moving from Fireteam Ops to Pinnacle Ops. Tomb of Elders, is that even in the game right now? I thought they were adding that in Ashen Iron. Whatever. They will each get their own bonus focus slot in Pinnacle Ops. Just like Fireteam Ops, the featured activity in this slot will get matchmaking. Bonus slot 3 in Fireteam Ops will be replaced by a random choice. Yo, even the person that was writing this is like, yo, dude, this is a long update. I don't have time to go through my spelling and grammar. By a random choice from the rest of the Fireteam Ops. A new solo operative score boost in Fireteam and Pinnacle Ops for solo players. Hey, that's cool. I like that. Incentivizes you to be a boss and just complete them solo. Especially if you could do them quickly. Alright. The launch of Renegades and Season Lawless will feature even more improvements in tuning to the portal, plus bunches of other exciting changes. We'll be back to talk more about these soon. Get rewards from past seasons. With the Ashen Iron major update, we're introducing a new way to acquire cosmetics from expired season rewards passes located in the tower next to the monument to Lost Lights. You will be able to visit the monuments to seasons past, aka the seasonal archive, the home of archive passes. These archive passes will give you access to armor, ornaments, accessories, and much more from the respective season or rewards pass. This is a great change. This is a great change. Oh my gosh. Thank you. I've been wanting this for so long. This is the good faith. Yes, this is a good faith change because nothing sucked more than finishing a season or finishing out the year and then not being able to claim stuff that you purchased with your own money and you can't go back and get it. You literally bought it. You literally completed it and it just disappeared. This is a great change. All right, if you owned a pass when it was first available, you will have instant access to its archive pass when it becomes available in the seasonal archive. At launch, all season passes released up to and including season 26 will be available. Wow, all season passes. Yo, wait, hold on. Are we going all the way back? Because there are some seasonal things that I have not claimed from way back. All season passes. Okay. I would love it. That'd be so great. So, cause there's a, I think in, what is it? It was the season when we are with, Osiris and we're trying to find Saint 14. I didn't claim the armor or the last one for my, my hunter, I think. Okay. This is great. I'm so excited about this change. So, for example, the Reclamation Archive Pass will be added to the seasonal archive when the launch of the Lawless Reward Pass in Renegades. With the launch of the Lawless Reward Pass in Renegades. If you did not purchase a pass while it was active, it can be acquired at the seasonal archive as an archive pass for the discounted cost of 600 silver. However, if you purchased an item from one of the Eververse flashback sales, the corresponding archive pass can be unlocked at the seasonal archive for no additional cost. Yo. Wow, this is a great change. This is good faith. I like this. Okay. Along with the archive passes, the seasonal archive introduces chronologues, a new currency that can presently be spent to acquire the archive's items. Starting with Ashen Iron's reward pass, chronologues are earned from the active rewards pass and are distributed across both free and paid tracks. Additionally, any newly purchased archive pass will also include 500 chronologues, enough to claim a handful of items from your new pass. No matter how or when you acquired a pass, however, you won't need to spend chronologues for items you had earned. Okay, thank God. I was like, wait a second. Wait. So I can get the exotic ornament for oh, I'm starting to understand more now, because I'm like, dude, I didn't get to level 100. I got to level 99 because I'm dumb and I just didn't do that last leveling because I was just getting burnt out. Okay. If you reached the required rank to claim an item in the past and either forgot to claim it or didn't own the corresponding pass while it was active, that item will be claimable immediately with the archive pass ownership for no additional cost. Yo. That's nice. Okay, so lastly, we know it's possible. My mic audio is superb. Thank you. I am glad that it is not terrible. All right, so lastly, we know it's possible that you might end up with chronologues but have no archive past items left to spend them on, or maybe there are no remaining items that interest you. To ensure chronologues are always valuable, the seasonal archive offers an exchange for a variety of evergreen currencies and materials, including deep sight harmonizers. Yes, I am so down for this. Synthweave templates and more, because yo, I want to round out all of my crafted weapons. This exchange is available to all players even if you never owned a pass. I like this change. This is a great change coming, and this is coming with Ashen Iron. I like this change. The portal activities, solo ops, and pinnacle ops, that freaking blows, but that's a great change for people being able to get their money's value worth out of the game that they've dumped their entire life into, like I have. All right, complete your seasonal challenges. The current list of seasonal challenges will reset when Ashen Iron arrives on September 9th. So this is a general call for everyone that aiming to earn some extra bright dust. Okay, I always get hung up on people that just can't write. Sorry for whoever wrote this TWID, but I'm roasting your grammar. For everyone aiming to earn some extra bright dust and XP, complete them soon. Destiny 2 update 9.0.0.7 reduced the requirements for the top challenger triumph from the previous 102 to the actual 42 needed. That means you can actually earn the rewards this very week if you want to. So, what are you waiting for? Mayhem now, Trials of Osiris tomorrow. Did you hear that? It's not the sky falling, it's Mayhem, being featured in the portal as the weekly rotating Crucible game mode. You know how it works. Invest in your super stat, get it incredibly quick thanks to the active Mayhem modifier, and defeat your opponents with your super ability. Just don't forget to also use your other abilities, and maybe even your weapons, to score some extra defeats. Starting tomorrow until reset day, Trials of Osiris will be available. Guardians who dare will be playing against each other in the Cirrus Plaza for the newest set of weapons we've introduced when the Edge of Fate launched last month. All of them are earnable at the moment, so don't hesitate to jump into PvP to get them. Do so with a complete fire team for a higher chance. Honestly, I think I might just find an LFG group and try to do that tomorrow, because it sucks when you can't. All right, player support report. So known issues. Small volume of players are unable to integrate Strangelet capsules. Class armor stat is scaling in increments instead of per point. Oh, interesting. The combatant difficulty in the Malfeasance quest version of the Corrupted Strike is incorrect. Oh, man. The slow and small challenge modifier is calling persistent audio to be present in activities. Oh, interesting. Kepler weekly missions are incorrectly displaying that they will always reward Kepler gear. The photo galvanic set bonus from the lustrous set will loop its activation audio continuously while active. Is that what's going on? I keep hearing that. Okay, well, I'm glad they're fixing it. Due to an issue where the cross counter perk on Liar's Handshake can activate from all damage sources, it has been disabled in all Crucible activities. Yo, how come I never know this stuff? And the daily portal activity modifiers sometimes rotate after the normal daily reset time. That's weird. Why friend shaped? Okay, and this is just the artist of the week stuff. Oh, hello. So, congratulations to those that got their artist of the week. And there you have it. Another TWID is complete. We hope the news about the portal and the incoming additions to the Desert Perpetual got you all excited. No, the portal sucked. That was terrible. We are working hard on our next update as well as Renegades, so the systems we implemented with the Edge of Fate keep growing and work better. Your feedback is always very valuable, so don't hesitate to let us know your takes on the news we shared today. Keep it coming. Destiny 2 Community Team. All right. That's your TWIDs day. Portal updates. Some good, a lot of bad. But yeah. Well, that wraps it up for TWIDs day. I got some time left because I started the stream late, so I don't have much time to go off of. But we're going to try and clean out my vault today. So, I'm going to try and clean out my vaults. Oh. Actually, I'm just kidding. My wife is home, and it's time for me to hang out with her. So, see ya.